The Ural Mountains, a place of stark beauty shrouded in mystery. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. The Dyatlov Pass Incident, a tale woven with threads of intrigue, speculation, and the unexplainable. Imagine the desolate landscape of the Ural Mountains in winter. The hikers met their fate in this unforgiving environment. The year was 1959. Igor Dyatlov, a charismatic mountaineer, rallied his comrades for a daring ski trek. The group, 9 in total, comprised fellow students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. Excitement crackled as they gathered their gear and bid farewell to civilization. Little did they know, they were heading towards a mystery that would captivate the world. The journey to the foot of the Ural Mountains was just the beginning. Disembarking the train, the group shouldered their packs and pressed on. The vastness of the Ural Mountains surrounded them, a stark and unforgiving beauty. Little did they know, their adventure was about to take a sinister turn. The hikers reached the base of Otorten. A fierce blizzard swept in, blanketing the landscape in snow. Despite the conditions, they set up camp on Kolatsiakal. As darkness descended, the storm raged on. Days turned into nights. The blizzard raged on, encasing the mountain in icy fury. The expected date of the hikers' return came and went. The authorities assembled a search party. After days of searching, a breakthrough. The hikers' tent, partially collapsed, lay half buried in the snow. Inside, a scene of chaos. 2 bodies lying frozen in the snow were found several hundred meters from the tent. As the days progressed, the search party uncovered more bodies. Some of the hikers were found further down the slope, bearing injuries that defied explanation. Theories ran rampant, fueled by the gruesome discoveries. The Dyatlov Pass Incident had become a breeding ground for speculation. The recovery of the hikers' bodies was just the beginning. The first few autopsies revealed hypothermia as the cause of death. Yet a chilling pattern emerged with massive internal trauma. The autopsies only deepened the mystery. The medical examiners were baffled. The injuries found on the 3 hikers were unlike anything they had encountered before. Theories were tossed around, debated, and discarded. What could have generated such force? Among the most disturbing discoveries was the case of Lyudmila Dubinina. Her eyes and tongue were missing, the tissues ripped away. The examiners were perplexed. The missing tongue fueled speculation of a cover-up. As if the injuries and missing body parts weren't perplexing enough, the investigation took an even stranger turn when traces of radiation were detected on the clothing of some victims. The discovery, revealed years later when the case files were finally made public, sent shockwaves through the scientific community and ignited a firestorm of speculation. What was the source of the radiation? And how did it connect to the hikers' deaths? Some theories pointed to secret Soviet military experiments. The Cold War was at its peak, and the Ural Mountains, vast and remote, were not immune to rumors of hidden testing grounds. Could the hikers have unknowingly wandered into a restricted zone, exposed to a lethal dose of radiation from a failed experiment or a discarded weapon? The theory, while plausible, lacked concrete evidence. The Soviet government, notoriously secretive, denied any such activities in the region. Others speculated about natural sources of radiation. The Earth itself emits radiation, albeit in low doses. Could the hikers have stumbled upon an area with unusually high levels of natural radiation, a geological anomaly that weakened their bodies, making them more susceptible to the elements or even triggering a strange and deadly chain reaction? The Dyatlov Pass Incident, a name that echoes through time, synonymous with mystery and unanswered questions. The chilling details, the gruesome discoveries, and the lack of a definitive explanation have captivated the world for decades. How could 9 experienced hikers, prepared for the challenges of the Ural Mountains, meet such a horrific end? What force, natural or otherwise, could inflict such bizarre injuries, leaving behind a scene of chaos and despair? The passage of time, rather than dimming the memory of the incident, has only fueled speculation. Theories abound, each attempting to shed light on the darkness that descended upon that fateful night. Some theories, grounded in logic and scientific analysis, propose plausible explanations rooted in natural phenomena. Others, venturing into the realm of the paranormal and the conspiratorial, posit extraordinary forces at play, hinting at secrets hidden beneath layers of ice and government obfuscation. The truth, elusive and multifaceted, likely lies somewhere within the spectrum of possibilities. To unravel the enigma of the Dyatlov Pass, one must navigate a labyrinth of evidence, both concrete and circumstantial, weighing the plausibility of each theory against the backdrop of the Cold War, the unforgiving wilderness, and the enduring power of the unknown. Between fact and folklore, untangling the web of theories. The Dyatlov Pass incident has become a magnet for speculation, drawing in amateur sleuths, seasoned investigators, and everyone in between. The absence of a definitive explanation has created a vacuum, quickly filled by a plethora of theories, each attempting to weave a narrative around the scattered threads of evidence. These theories range from the mundane to the fantastical, reflecting the diverse perspectives and biases of those seeking to solve the puzzle. Some theories, firmly rooted in the realm of natural phenomena, point to avalanches, hypothermia, or even rare weather events as potential explanations. These theories, while failing to fully account for all the unusual details, offer a sense of rationality, a way to grapple with the tragedy within the boundaries of scientific understanding. Others, venturing into the realm of folklore and the supernatural, whisper of ancient curses, vengeful spirits guarding the sacred mountain, or even encounters with the elusive Yeti said to roam the remote regions of the Himalayas and Siberia. These theories, while lacking empirical evidence, tap into a primal fear of the unknown, resonating with those who sense a darkness lurking beneath the surface of the natural world. When nature turns sinister, avalanches and infrasound. One of the initial theories proposed to explain the hikers' deaths was a catastrophic avalanche. The image of a wall of snow and ice crashing down upon the unsuspecting campers, crushing them in its path, certainly aligns with the horrific injuries sustained by some victims. However, upon closer examination, the avalanche theory begins to crumble under its own weight. First, the terrain surrounding the tent site, while sloped, is not considered particularly avalanche-prone. Experienced mountaineers, familiar with the region, have expressed skepticism about the likelihood of a large-scale avalanche occurring in that specific location. Second, the tent itself, while partially collapsed, was not buried under the massive amount of snow one would expect to find in the aftermath of an avalanche. And finally, the specific pattern of injuries, the internal trauma with minimal external damage, is not entirely consistent with the crushing force typically associated with avalanches. Another theory, gaining traction in recent years, posits that the hikers were subjected to a phenomenon known as infrasound. Infrasound refers to sound waves below the range of human hearing capable of inducing feelings of unease, anxiety, and even physical discomfort. Proponents of this theory suggest that a powerful infrasound wave, perhaps generated by a rare weather event or geological activity, could have struck the hikers, triggering a sense of panic and disorientation. Shadows of the Cold War military experiments and cover-ups. The Dyatlov Pass incident unfolded during the height of the Cold War, a time of heightened paranoia, secrecy, and suspicion between the Soviet Union and the West. This historical context has fueled speculation that the hikers' deaths were not a tragic accident but rather a deliberate act, orchestrated by forces operating in the shadows. Theories abound of secret military experiments, weapons tests gone awry, and government cover-ups, each tapping into the fear of a faceless enemy and the potential for human rights abuses in the name of national security. One prominent theory suggests that the hikers inadvertently wandered into a restricted military testing zone and were exposed to a lethal dose of radiation from a failed experiment or a discarded weapon. The presence of traces of radiation on some of the victims' clothing, while never conclusively linked to a specific source, lends credence to this theory. Others posit that the hikers stumbled upon something they shouldn't have seen, perhaps a clandestine military operation, a secret facility, or even evidence of extraterrestrial activity, and were silenced to protect sensitive information. The missing tongue of one of the victims, often cited as evidence of a cover-up, has fueled speculation that the hikers were interrogated, tortured, and ultimately eliminated to prevent their story from being told. A mystery endures: the Dyatlov Pass Incident in popular culture. The Dyatlov Pass Incident has transcended true crime to become a cultural phenomenon. It has inspired books, documentaries, films, and video games, each fueling public fascination. The Ural Mountains have become synonymous with the tragedy where reality and imagination blur. The incident taps into our deepest fears and fascinations. It has all the elements of a gripping thriller: young adventurers, a remote wilderness, and a mysterious demise. The incident plays upon our anxieties about the unknown and the sinister forces beyond our control. Over the years, it has been examined through various lenses, reflecting evolving cultural attitudes. Early interpretations focused on natural explanations like avalanches or wild animals. Later theories explored speculative possibilities including government conspiracies, UFOs, and paranormal activity. The incident remains a blank canvas for our fears and fascinations, a testament to the power of the unknown. Unanswered questions, unsettled souls. The search for closure. Despite tireless efforts, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains a mystery. The official investigation failed to provide a definitive explanation, leaving a void filled with speculation. For the families, the lack of closure has compounded the tragedy. They have spent decades seeking answers, hoping to find peace. The search for answers continues, driven by a need to make sense of the senseless. The Dyatlov Pass, a legacy of mystery. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains an enigma, a haunting reminder of the mysteries that endure in our world. Despite decades of investigation, countless theories, and renewed interest fueled by modern media, the truth remains elusive. The questions linger, echoing through the frozen passes of the Ural Mountains, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. What drove those 9 experienced hikers from their tent into the deadly embrace of a winter night? What terror, what force could have inflicted such horrific injuries, leaving behind a scene of chaos and despair? Was it a tragic accident, a confluence of unfortunate circumstances, or did something more sinister unfold on that desolate mountainside? The Dyatlov Pass incident challenges our understanding of the world, blurring the lines between the plausible and the inexplicable. It forces us to confront the limits of our knowledge, the vastness of the unknown, and the unsettling possibility that some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved. In the shadow of doubt. Despite the lack of definitive answers, the search for truth continues. The Dyatlov Pass incident has become a touchstone for amateur sleuths and professional investigators. Theories continue to emerge, each offering a different perspective on the tragedy. Some cling to the hope of a rational explanation, a scientific anomaly, or a rare confluence of natural events. Others venture into the realm of the paranormal, whispering of ancient curses and supernatural forces. Whether the truth lies in science or the unexplained, the Dyatlov Pass incident serves as a poignant reminder of the enduring power of mystery.